by language experts and voiced by real native speakers, you'll get the accents just right and be able to carry on conversations with confidence.
Learning a language with Babbel doesn't take long.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard.
It's perfect.
And now, try Babbel free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Now, the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester. Matthew, we've got a little bit of sun out there. Doesn't look all that bad either, does it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice out today.
Yeah, and temperatures starting to warm up a little bit. It was chilly yesterday, but it was muggy.
Yeah, it was.
And so it really didn't feel as cold as what the thermometer said, but we really didn't move too much from our high yesterday to where our overnight low dropped down into about 55, 56. So it was a little cool, but refreshing this morning. Right now, what are we looking at temperature-wise?
Well, over at the airport, it's sunny at 68 degrees. In Midland, it's sunny at 70 degrees. And here at Radio Center, it's also sunny at 70 degrees. We have calm winds, and our pressure is at 30.03, and it's steady.
Yeah, we've got a high-pressure system that's affecting our weather. It's in southern Wisconsin. It'll move across the southern tier of counties in the Lower Peninsula, heading in an easterly direction, and wind up over Lake Erie late tonight and early tomorrow morning. So you'll be able to track it as far as our wind direction goes. If there is any wind, it seems to be coming out of the northwest. Eventually, it is going to be northeasterly tonight. And then after midnight, it'll become southeasterly. And again, that's because the high with that clockwise circulation is going to be moving well to the east of Michigan late tonight and during the day tomorrow. It is going to usher in not only some clouds late tonight, but as we go into the morning hours tomorrow morning, we're actually going to see a little bit of precipitation. The chances are pretty good right after sunrise tomorrow morning, 7, 8, maybe even 9 o'clock, to see a widely scattered shower move through. During the day, it'll be scattered, but it will be on the damp side. And then as we move through the day, pretty much all day, there is going to be the opportunity of seeing some precipitation with a southeast breeze of right around 7, 8 miles per hour. And our temperatures will reflect it. Tomorrow will only get up to about 70, 71 degrees. We're looking for a high today of 78 with mostly sunny skies. Partly cloudy skies to start off tonight. 62 will be our low. But then, as I said, the clouds will increase and the chances of showers will pick up simply because of a low pressure system over Missouri. That high is going to begin to draft some of the moisture from that low over Missouri and push it up into the Ohio River Basin. Eventually, that low is going to follow the Ohio River all the way from Illinois into Pennsylvania. So Michigan is going to be on the northern edge of it. And that's why we're really not looking for any heavy concentration of precipitation. Matter of fact, the further north you get in the Lower Peninsula, the chances of precipitation really drop off. But for us in the Great Lakes Bay area, Michigan's thumb, all the way down into and around southern Michigan, the chances of precipitation will be increasing as we go through the day. I think the best chance of seeing measurable amount of rain will once again be in the southern third of the Lower Peninsula, south of the 69 corridor. By late Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, the chances of precipitation will drop off rather dramatically. We're looking for a low once again in that 50s range on, I want to say on Saturday night. I think it'll be 57, 58 degrees. Then the clearing will move into the day on Sunday. Sunday promises to be a pretty nice day. 81 is our projected high with a low of right around 60. There will be still a chance of some scattered showers because that low pressure system moving away from us off into Pennsylvania will try to backdoor a little bit of moisture, but I don't think it's really going to have much of an effect on us. Matter of fact, right now, the chances of precipitation are practically next to nothing. Clear skies on Sunday night, 59. Then on Monday, sunshine. Mother Nature's going to rev her up. We're going to be looking at a high temperature of at least 88 degrees on Monday. Clear skies Monday night with a low of 66. Then on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, chances of precipitation all 3 days. I think the best chance is going to be in the afternoon. Upper 80s on Tuesday, then low 80s on Wednesday and Thursday. Nighttime lows will be in that 62 to 63 degree area. Right now, it appears as though the best chance of measurable amount of precipitation on Tuesday and Wednesday will be in the afternoons, late afternoon, early evening, and then tapering off with chances of sunshine all 3 days as well. So really not all that bad. Long range outlook to take us through the 20th is for pretty close to normal for this time of the year temperatures. Normal as far as moisture is concerned. What's average? Well, 82 in the afternoon, 61 at night. Record high in this state, 99, set back in 1988. The record low, 46, set way back more than 110 years ago, 1913. And a year ago today, our high was 83, our low was 58. Moisture, widely scattered. We've had all sorts of traces to an inch, a tenth of an inch, 2/10 of an inch. We had a couple of reports around Tuscola County, especially in eastern Tuscola County, moisture of more than an inch, about an inch and a quarter being reported officially in Cass City. About 6/10 of an inch, back 40 in Richville, Frankenmuth area looking at about 4/10. Again, as many of you have probably heard, there were a couple of tornadoes spotted in Tuscola County yesterday afternoon. Again, it was just one of those days where just about anything and everything other than snow happened. And I don't even want to bring that up. Snow. Matthew, I don't think you want to hear the word snow, do you?
No, I do not.
No, not at all. That's a look as far as the weather goes. Standing by, ready to go. Who do we have?
We have Gary Kaufman from Star of the West coming up.
He'll be along in just a moment, but first of all, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Just had a listener from over in the Auburn area say that they had just under 4/10 of an inch there in their gauge, but you go about a half a mile down the road and they got nothing. And that's just the way. More of the reporting stations that report to us had no precipitation at all recorded than any of them that did. Caro officially had somewhere about an inch and a third. The Cass City area, there were a couple of reporting stations at more than an inch and 3/10 there. The Vassar area was looking at a third of an inch. You move west of I-75, other than Auburn, precipitation tallies practically next to nothing from a lot of the reporting stations. Incidentally, we want to remind you next week, Friday, we're going to be out in the Midland area. Actually, we're going to be over on Meridian Road. The Midland Antique Engine Association is having their 35th annual show, and they're featuring all Massey. So I was born and raised on a Massey Harris tractor. So looking forward to that show. Hopefully you look forward to it as well. July 14, 15, and 16 is when that show goes. And they told me this morning that they're going to actually have horse pulling. So they're getting right down to basics when it comes to horsepower at the 35th annual show. Horse pulling on Sunday, July the 16th. We'll have a lot more information on it as we go through the week. Let's join up right now with Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. And Gary, it looks as though everybody just kind of gave up, threw everything up in the air, and let the chips fall where they may. And unfortunately, they fell a lot lower than what I'd care to see.
Yeah, it's been a pretty volatile week, Terry. I tell you, when you look at last Friday's close to where we are at the noon hour here, wheat's up about 9 for the week, corn's up about 4, and beans are down about 6. But there's been a lot of whiplash, I guess, high and lows going on every day, it seems like, here lately. So,
well, you take a look at some of those prices. I mean, we were talking double digits positive, 20, 25, 40 cents, 14, 16. And boy, we're lucky to finish on the positive side on some of these, like you just said, as we finish the week off.
Yeah. Since we had that report out last week, and that was, corn actually dropped, this last week about $1.40 on new crop, and we kind of got a positive day yesterday, but yeah, new crop corn is really taking it in the chin. Basically, what I just reported there was just basically on the cash market, not even looking at new crop. But yeah, new crop, it's been pretty dismal on the corn lately, so for sure. So
what do we got on the board right now?
Well, right now we actually have cash and new crop wheat up a couple right now, Terry, at $6.25 on the white, $5.75 on the red. Cash corn currently down 7 at $4.97. New crop is down 8 at $4.39. Cash soybeans currently down 12 at $14.46. And new crop, let's call it down 14 at $12.61.
I saw a lot of combines in the fields before that crazy weather hit.
Yeah, on the on 4th of July, a few guys got started on the 4th late in the afternoon. Then we got some more done on the 5th. But since the 5th, we emptied trucks out yesterday morning, and we're just waiting for that next opportunity. And if we can skip some showers here, hopefully tomorrow afternoon we can get back into it. So
hey, there you go. And so far, as you said before, the quality seems to be really good.
Yeah, quality, surprisingly, guys are pleasantly surprised. Quality is good. With the dry spell we had during the grain fill, there was a lot of concern exactly how the wheat was going to run. Sure, the lighter soils definitely took a hit, Terry, but some of the heavier ground, definitely pleasantly surprised on quality and yield, so for sure.
You have a great weekend, Gary. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good, Terry. You as well.
All righty. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Doug Klein joining us right now. The Market Report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. The new Ram truck inventory is in at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth. So if you're in the market for a new Ram 15 or more Ram heavy-duty pickups, ProMaster vans, or Ram commercial trucks and want to buy with confidence from a dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, then now's the time to shop at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. And by Thumb Bank, serving the needs of agriculture for well over 125 years. Now, 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank and Trust, where relationships are built on trust. Doug Klein, how are we finishing off this week?
Well, payrolls came in less than expected. Remember yesterday they were higher than expected. Now the new government report, we're being manipulated. I know it 100%. But so the dollar's going lower today, because payrolls were less than expected and the economy's not as good as they thought. Whatever. It's just impossible to figure out what they're doing to us. But the yield curve is the most inverted it's been since 1981. So that means long-term rates are lower than short-term rates. It's happened 6 times since then, and every time it's led to a recession. So, of course, my contention is they planned this out. Have a recession now so they can bring us out of it. So the election is on the fix, but whatever, who knows. China fined Alibaba almost $1 billion for violating some sort of rules. The stock is up 7% on that news. So apparently they violated more than $1 billion worth of rules. But
ouch.
It's just, the world is crazy.
Does he have a patch on his eye, Alibaba?
Oh, right.
If he didn't before, he does now.
Oh,
Wow.
my. So anyway, well, here's your numbers. The September corn is 4.92 3/4, down 6 1/4. December corn is 4.99 1/4, down 7 1/4. The August soybeans 14.36 3/4, down 11 1/2. November soybeans 13.25 1/2, down 14. September wheat is 6.60 1/2, up 2 1/2, and December wheat is 6.77 1/4, up 3/4 of a penny. The crude oil is 73.02, up $1.22. Heating oil is 255.83, up 8 cents. Gasoline is 258.39, that's up 4 cents. Natural gas is 261, that's up 1 1/4 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3287 Canadian, that's down 80 ticks. The dollar buys 142.19 yen, that's down 187 ticks. The euro's at 109.56, that's up 69 ticks. The dollar's at 102.36, down 80 ticks. Gold's at 1936.10, up $20.70. Silver's 23.09, up 41 cents. Platinum's at 910.90, that's up $6.40.
All righty. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks, you too.
Take care. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. You know, they're well equipped to help side dress on corn with dry or liquid application. They've got 2 sprayer units right out there. They'll control weed pressure and apply those foliar products. Got some questions scouting your fields and you don't know exactly what's going on? Vic can help. He can take care of things for you and suggest what you should do. Serving you since 1983. Where serving you is their business. Freeland Bean and Grain. We say good morning to Chuck Cervinsky over at Maple Hill Nursery. Chuck, I got a question for you.
Go for it.
Where do Japanese beetles come from?
Well, right now, the adult beetles are emerging out of the ground, and they're starting to feed on things. And the reason for that is we've had these warm and sunny days where the humidity hits 60 to 70% or higher, which we had for the last week, and that causes a lot of heavy feeding and destruction of plants. Getting a lot of calls on this. How do you get rid of them? You can pick them off the plants by hand, drop them in a solution of soapy water, and they can be sprayed with a number of things: neem oil, insecticidal soap, or an insecticide that's suitable for Japanese beetles. Bonide makes a couple of products. One is the systemic insect spray. They make another one called Beetle Control. And then lastly, a product they make called 8. And they all are sprays, and they all work very well for control.
Now, preventive measures.
That is a little bit of a science. You've got to put down the right grub control product that coincides with the life cycle of the grub. And you can come into the store and we can show you all the different things we have to that work for treating grubs right now.
And where are you located?
We're at 2672 North Eastman, about 1.5 miles north of the Midland Mall, right next to DW Auto.
All right. Have a nice week. Oh, your hours. What are you open now?
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and then we're here on Saturdays from 8 until 4.
Good. Have a nice weekend, Chuck.
You too. Bye-bye.
I'll talk to you again. Chuck Cervinsky over at Maple Hill Nursery. Let's say good morning to Kim Weiss over at Lingle Equipment. Kim, the grass is starting to grow.
That's for sure, Terry. Good morning. The grass is back growing with the beautiful rains that we've had. And you know, in our BX series, we have a BX 1880 subcompact tractor, which is 18-horse diesel, 4-wheel drive, power steering, hydro transmission. You can get your choice of tires with a 54-inch mid-mount mower, Class 1 3-point hitch, 540 rear PTO. You can put on there, it can do a 42-inch tiller, a can do 42-inch rotary cutter, just some of the many things it can do. It's the can do tractor. So it can, and we can do $166 and some change a month. Come on in and see me. Give me a call, 989-754-7801. We're right alongside I-75, just south of the Zilwaukee Bridge. Or once again, send me an email at k.weiss@lingo1.com.
Have a great weekend, Kim.
You too, Terry. Go Tigers. They only got a couple days before they get a vacation. And this weekend with this beautiful rain, I think you can take your lawn chair out by the garden, grab yourself a beer, and you can watch the tomatoes and the potatoes grow.
I think I can handle that. Take care.
Take care.
Kim Weiss over at Lingo Equipment. Let's slide over to AgriLiquid right now. Stephanie Zelenko joining me right now. And Stephanie, are we beginning to see a little bit more moisture on some of our fields? From what I understand, there's actually a little too much rain in some spots.
I do. I think it depends upon where you're at, how much rain you got, and what that timing was. There are some spots that look a little bit stressed now from too much rain, but other spots that look good, and everything seems to be growing and progressing as it should be this time of year.
What should we be side dressing our crop with right now?
When we're looking at a corn crop or even a sugar beet crop, it is, the heat of that side dress season. If you're going out with any in-season applications, nitrogen is probably key. Sulfur, potassium would be the two that follow that.
Because my guess is these crops are still really starving for some of the nutrients.
They are. Some of those early applications may not have stuck around, or even a dry broadcast application maybe didn't break down and get into that plant usable form quick enough, just due to that dry spring. So getting some readily available plant nutrients out there that they can take in and use now would be very beneficial.
Very good. Good advice. Stephanie, you have a nice weekend, okay?
You too.
All righty. Stephanie Zelenko with AgriLiquid. We'll be right back.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of the John Deere 1025R compact tractor.
Why do I go by Shaw? Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
And he lives up to the name as he uses his versatile tractor to
make my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R to
do both vegetables and my flowers. It's exciting, putting yourself out there, learning something new.
And with a long list of easy-to-attach implements, ranging from a front loader to a box blade and backhoe, they both can make
the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1-Series tractor for just $130 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations in Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
We mentioned next Friday we're going to be over in the Midland area, Meridian Road. Thursday, we're going to be at the Research Farm in the Frankenmuth-Richville area. The Michigan Sugar Youth Sugar Beet Project will be held, and we'll have a whole lot of information on that going through next week's programs. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. U.S. employers are still hiring, but not as quickly as they had been. Bankrate's Mark Hamrick says it's taken some steam out of a robust labor market.
In this world where inflation has been a primary economic concern, the June jobs report